As I said at the beginning of the program, it never hurts to have a little bit of Krav Maga in your life. What is Krav Maga? Well, it's a martial art kind of thing. We're going to get Yoan and Gina to tell us more, and also why it's useful to know a little bit about this subject. Welcome back to the program, Yoan.
Thank you so much for having us.
Lovely to meet you, Gina.
Nice to meet you.
Just 17 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've been doing Krav Maga for 2 years.
Yeah.
What made you start? Why did you want to do Krav Maga?
Well, I started to become older and older, meaning that I wanted to go out later at night with my friends. And I was not confident with being alone at night in the street. So I felt like starting Krav Maga was a good idea to gain like confidence in the street and with myself. And so yeah, they taught me, like Patrick Bittan taught us like a lot of things, a lot of techniques, how to have this sense of observation in the street, which is really important because every day, like nowadays, people are looking at their phones and they're not paying attention of their surrounding and everything. So he taught us a lot of things, which is actually, it's so essential in life, in my life. For the future, if I go to university, everything, I am so much more confident today to go out in the street and yeah.
I think it's fabulous because you don't feel so vulnerable, I think, is what,
exactly.
In the sense, always we have to be aware and looking us around, which we forget, as you say, we're all very involved in our phones. Mm-hmm. We're all guilty of that. But it's that vulnerability that if, hopefully not, but if there was ever an instance, at least you're not taken by surprise.
Exactly.
The initial panic, you're used to having someone come towards you, which is a big difference. What is actually Krav Maga? Yoan, explain
Krav Maga is a type of self-defense that was developed in Israel by the army, the IDF, and it mixes a few different martial arts. Like it's mostly karate, that's the main thing, but it mixes Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all types of martial arts. It's very useful in the street. It's the most practical one. There's no, I don't know if I can say bullshit in here. It's okay. And it's straight to the point. It's the moves are as simple as possible. Anybody can do them. You don't need to be tall. You don't need to be strong. It's very effective. And
I think the best thing is, as you're saying, is that not being able to be caught off guard, that they're just a little bit more...
Self-awareness is number one. Being aware of your surroundings is number one, to avoid a conflict.
What are the things to look out for, when we leave the house? Or
people are suspicious. You have to scan around you. That's the first thing. If you see someone that is out of place or looks like a bad person, so be aware if he's around you.
Trust your instincts.
Always check every 5 seconds, every 10 seconds. And if he's getting closer to you, maybe go to a public space where there's a lot of people, so you're not alone, in case he tries to rob you, choke you, or whatever. Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest takeaway, Gina, in the last 2 years of doing Krav Maga? If you were looking at, say, talking to other youngsters who are watching the program, or anyone of any age, what would you think is the best part you've taken away from the experience?
People at my age, they can act unconsciously. So in Krav Maga, you learn how to be safe in your actions and in your responses. So this really helped me in my confidence, and I really encourage people to go to Krav Maga in Bittan Academy because they teach you this in the best way. Yeah. I
think it's nice when you're out with your friends. Do you feel kind of like responsible for them or like scared for them because they're so unaware? Because the more you know, I imagine the more obvious it is of how much other people aren't aware.
Yeah, I mean, I know that if anything happens, I am in the position where I can help them because I have the knowledges, and yeah, I need to be aware for them because they obviously don't have this sense of observation. And yeah.
Oh, it's very important.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I know you guys are going to show us a couple of basic moves.
Yeah.
So that's nice. So don't go away because we're going to be doing some Krav Maga.
We are about to show how to defend against a front choke and why we do it that way. So first, the person comes here right in front. The first reflex you have is you put your hands up. Then you have many options. You can hit directly, or the way we're going to do it, you grab the hands, you make him lose the balance a little bit, and you kick.